feel like it's going to cut off at any time. Hello.
Oh, we made it. We made
Hello.
it.
Welcome back to Only Football. It's been a while.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah. I'm good. How are you?
Well, that's a loaded question, but let's talk some football. We are going to throw it back and something that Guy and I. Well, I've done it with Mike in the past, but just me. But Mike's actually been playing on the LFC quite a bit this season. At least three matches. Yeah, three matches. We're 1-0-2.
Not good.
You know this guy. Good. Okay, Mike's amazing. So we're gonna recap last Sunday, which was honestly just an insane match. It was insane.
Do we have a chance still? Or
yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, we do. Oh yeah. You're on the group. Like
perfect.
Okay, so hold on. Okay. So anyway, we'll get Mike's. We're having smoke after the match. Mike's like, sorry, I'm not living up to the hype. To Dave and I. And Dave and I like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, yeah. Anyway, Mike's great. No complaints. And let's recap this match. And yes, quickly, if you can't gauge already, we did end up losing this match, but let's break down how. So we started off like they got like two quick early chances.
Yeah.
You were on the bench to start. We were just kind of like all over the place. And then we kind of like got our foot in the game a little bit, and I don't know, 15 minutes in, 10-15 minutes in. 10, about 10, 15. They got so many balls over the top. Yeah. So many. And in one instance, ball comes over the top, and their player's going to get to it. He's running to the corner, and I know, like, because he's going to close down by our defender, Denikas, I believe it was. I know he's going to put the ball in the middle. Like, I know, and there's no one to pick up this other guy. And I'm waiting for the pass. And sure enough, he hits it right to where I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, like, I'm there, but I don't go towards it. I just stood there.
Yeah.
I just stood there. The guy beat me to it. I just pulled him right down. And the ref didn't card me.
No.
Because it's like it's a pen. He gave a pen. Anyway, the guy sent me the wrong way, and I knew he was going to go the other side. I don't know. I chickened out. Then we tied it up 3 minutes. Let's say like 3 minutes later. We answered nicely. And then throughout the game, like, I mean,
we had chances.
We did. So did they.
Yeah. But we kept getting caught out, and the first goal happened because I was playing D, and then I went up to get the chance, and then they came down. Right.
Well, people got to be aware because we need you to pinch anyway. We do. Yeah. Like, you're more than capable. People seem to be aware to rotate and cover for you if that was the case. So it was you on defense.
Yep, and then you missed chances both ways, and near the end of the game, 10 minutes left, I guess.
Well, okay. Before we get to that, this team was diving all over the place.
Oh, they were fouling too.
And they were fouling, like, and legitimate. I'm not even saying like I'm not even being biased. I'm not being biased. Like, they were fouls, and there were times. For example, one guy tried to take the ball off of one of our players, and our player shielded him, and the guy kind of went like bowling over him, and his shoe fell off, and he was like rolling around on the ground. And he was literally 2 feet away from their bench. It's not like it's, there's no subs. It's like hockey where it's like, you sub whenever the hell you want, right? And these guys are like calling for us to stop play.
And kick the ball out. And just get
the fuck off the field.
Someone to run on and have them just limp off 2 feet.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, his shoe had just fallen off. That was really mean. So there was that. That was one instance. Then there was a foul, and their player kicked the ball away.
Into the net.
Into like the side netting, right? Yeah. And then a few minutes later, the same thing happened against us, and Mike kicked the ball away, right? It's like, okay, well, Rep didn't do anything with that guy, so Mike just booed the ball away in frustration. And then in the second half, Mike's going on a great run, and he's got this guy beat, and he's about to tee up a shot, like a very good opportunity. Like, it would have been a very good opportunity, and the guy smartly fouls him. He made the good call in fouling you, and this guy Mike, it's a clear foul. The guy Mike gets up, and the guy imitates him and says that he's diving, flopping, like he fully throws himself onto the ground. And then Mike, why don't you tell us what happened because in this, quickly, if you get a yellow card, it's like hockey, you get a 2-minute penalty. So the ref shows this guy a yellow card. We're like, yeah, okay.
And then he also shows me a yellow. And I asked why. I just got fouled. Like, why did I get a yellow? And he's like, oh, it's for kicking the ball away. And I was like, that was 5 minutes ago. That was 5 minutes ago. You can't, like, why am I getting a yellow for this now? You know what you did. I was like, I don't. I got fouled. Like, it's a free kick, our ball. So how could you possibly award a yellow? And he said if I didn't leave the field, he was going to give me a red. So obviously I left the field, but.
Man, we were shocked.
It took away our power play because now it was 5-on-5.
And it was 1-1 at the time, and then that was probably like 10 minutes left. No, a little more than 10 minutes left in the game, I'd say. And then with 3-4 minutes left in the game, this guy who had dove shamelessly a couple times before in the match goes in for a 50-50, and Paul, one of our players, fouls him. And you know what? Like I would say, like
he did get ball, but he did take him out after. Yeah, so I think the ref.
It can go either way. Like if that was for us, I'd be shouting for a penalty, right? Sure enough, it's this guy that had at least not the shoe guy, but but this another one that flopped twice in the match. Ref calls penalty, and he's like rolling on the ground. I go, just get the fuck up, yell in his face, and the guy takes a penalty, and it fucking squirmed under me. It was fucking painful. There's like 3 minutes left, and then for whatever reason, even if that match was tied, we should have had a certain group of players on, even at tie game, but especially when we were down 2-1, and there were at least two of them. I think you were one. You were one of them that were just not on the field.
Not at first.
And it took a while, and it's just like, why? That was very frustrating too. You know, it's like we need to, like, you guys need to know, like, who needs to be on right now. And I was calling for it. I was calling for it as well, and you know, just was not being listened to. I was not too pleased about that. And then we drew a foul in the last minute of play. Stefan, bless him. I don't know what is up with him, but he runs onto, tries to sneak. He goes on the field hoping that the ref doesn't notice him and the other team doesn't notice him, so we have an extra man. I'm like, Steph, get the fuck off. Just get off, okay? Like, if we score, they're going to say something. They're going to notice. Get the fuck off. And we lost 2-1, and play 11 o'clock this weekend. Yep. On Saturday, on Sunday, and
we got to win to make the playoffs.
We absolutely do, but we have a decent chance based on the matchups and what happened. I was messaging the group, like, because this league's amazing at updating the standings. Like before, like once 11 o'clock strikes, that match is like whatever. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, the match is updated.
Do we need to win and get help?
Oh yeah, we need to win, and yes, we do need help, but the help it's on our side. Based on the standings, it's on our side.
Why is third and fourth playing each other? So one of them has to lose?
No, listen, that's a whole. I'll tell you about that after. Okay, let's get into the show. And you know, if Mike keeps on coming out, there'll be more Only FC recaps. And hopefully in 3 weeks we'll be celebrating a trophy. But we need help on Sunday, and we need to help ourselves. Speaking of helping yourself, how about Juve? You know, here's 15 points back.
We never lost them.
You never lost them.
It was never a doubt.
Okay, so explain. Patrici still has what?
Paratisi.
Paratisi still has what? An 18-month ban?
Yeah.
Everyone else individually involved, their bans are upheld. But Juve get their points back.
Yes, we pay a fine instead of getting points.
Yeah, you paid a nice fine plus and a bonus too, I'm sure.
But we got points, so we're third. Actually, we're fourth now,
That's
right?
That's fucking wild.
What? We didn't do anything, eh? We didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, no?
No.
Then how come all these other guys are still suspended?
Because they did something wrong.
Right. And they were representing the organization. They were like in the upper echelon of
we are back in Champions League football for now. It's still 6 games left in the season, so still a lot of work to do to keep that top four, but it's looking good. The loss to Napoli didn't help, especially with VAR. That you got to watch this match.
I know. I did you dirty on that. Sorry.
It's bad. I'm like, that's what they called it, was a foul, and it was like not even a foul. He got the ball. So I don't know what they saw, but they said, you know what, you got your 15 points back. Take this L2. So I think it was them doing anything possible. We would have to score the cleanest goal ever so that they couldn't take it back.
Yeah,
but they were always taking it back.
Okay, I will get to those. I should have. I'm sorry, I flaked. So Juve Inter tomorrow. 1-1 after the first leg. You blew it real late. And,
at home.
At home, yeah. I had Juve in that match. I was displeased. But on the road to Inter, how you feeling?
Not good. Inter's gonna win.
Straight up in 90.
Yeah.
Everyone's pretty healthy. There's no Skriniar for Inter. Mkhitaryan, but that's.
We're not good. We in the last 12 or 9 games, I think we've only had 1 goal from our forwards.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, from
in all comps.
Yeah, from either Keane, Vlahovic, or Milik.
Or Milik. Oh yeah, I guess Milik.
Not only one goal between them in the last 9 or 10 games, so we are struggling offensively like we always have. Usually under Allegri, but our defense is usually good. But Inter's, they had their losses in the league, but in Champions League and cup competition, they've been good, and they're finding form now at the best time, especially coming up with that derby for Champions League semis. And now that we have our 15 points back, this game isn't as important for us. I think just finishing top 4 is the new goal, but obviously a cup would help. But I don't think we got it. I really don't think we got it.
I think it's gonna be really tight again. I really do. I'm not gonna be watching it, but I think we're going to pens here, Boyle.
No, I don't think we'll lose before pens, if anything.
In extra time?
Yeah.
I'm going to 1-1 again, and then Inter and pens though. I rate it or not.
Actually, I forgot to look. Is the away goal still a factor in this, or no? Or is it just?
I don't know.
That's what I have to know.
I don't know, but I'm going to go 1-1 anyway. I'm going to 1-1 anyway.
I'm doing 2-0 Inter.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are so sticky still under Allegri. You guys really have refound that to a degree this season, despite not having the quality of players in Allegri's first go around at the back.
Yeah, it's tough, but
young. Yes, it's the young midfield though. It's intriguing. I mean, like there's.
It's hopeful for the future.
A little bit, yeah. There's
want to say
a rising sun on the horizon.
Fagioli, Moretti, and we're gonna get Robella.
Is Pogba back? He's back.
He's back. He won't be starting. I think maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
He's usually been getting like 10, 15.
I'd be getting for extra time though.
Oh yeah, that would be good. But the team as a whole is not doing well.
So lackluster. Casey needs to find his form again. He was hurt, but I do love that boy.
Yeah, it's hard to find form when you're always playing defense without the ball.
Hey man, you wanted Allegri back. Okay, all right. So we both have Inter. I'm giving Juve a little more credit, and I hope you win. I'm pulling for you, buddy.
I'm hoping so too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's jump. We're gonna be not too chronological with the Premier League today, but we're gonna do Liverpool, West Ham, Southampton, Bournemouth, United, Spurs, City, Arsenal in that order. Leicester, big draw today. It's at the bottom table with Leeds hanging. I mean, they're both out of the zone right now, but it's
only a point up or 2 points up.
It's might be a point for both. I think they're tied. Oh no, Leeds is up by 2. Leicester's up by 1. Everton. Everyone else has their games in hand though. Everton, Nottingham, Southampton. Southampton. Interesting. So interesting. Okay, let's do West Ham, Liverpool. West Ham, nice little run. They stuck with them. They stuck. Last time we did an episode, I was saying if they got to fire him at this point.
And I think last time they got smoked. They got shelled out by Newcastle.
Newcastle. I don't think we've done an episode. I think that was leading up to it. It was.
And it was like, if you lose this, he's gone, and they got shellacked. I was like, okay, here it comes, and nope.
They stuck with him, and it's worked out. You got to say West Ham is looking pretty dang good right now.
I think it's because they're in the Conference League, right? I think they still have a chance at that. Yeah. So they don't want to get a new coach. And
yes, that's fair.
I think that's the biggest.
That's fair. Again, it would have been great. It would have been even better if they. I've always been saying I want West Ham relegated. Yeah. But imagine if they won the Conference League and we're in the Europa League, just like Wigan.
Oh yeah.
But properly, like they wouldn't have to do the qualifier because Wigan got ousted in the qualifier, obviously. Championship and Europa. Could you imagine that the amount of games?
Yeah.
Holy, that would be crazy. It doesn't look like it's going to happen though. But how do we feel about tomorrow? Because are they going to be stuck on 34 points after tomorrow against Liverpool? I agree. Yeah, I agree. Liverpool's been very up and down, but I think they're kind of finding a little vein of form, a little bit.
Yeah,
a little unconvincing against Nottingham on the weekend. But the offense is there. And it's not like they were giving up too many chances against Nottingham. Nottingham, it's a deflection, and Arnold's defensively but
he's playing in the midfield now.
Yes, he has been shifted back. I know.
I guess it's still like a wing back position, but it's like
he's got to get over there. But when they're building up play, he's right there in the heart of it. Yeah. Klopp thinking he's Pep.
Well, he's got to try something, right?
Sure.
And
And Arnold's been in good form offensively anyway the last few weeks. So give him that. I think West Ham has been playing kind of tough though lately. There's a big comeback 3-2. Yeah, no, there was only that comeback, that crazy comeback. No, Liverpool. When West Ham came back against Liverpool last year. Remember that?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It was a bunch of weird goals.
They did against everyone. They beat Chelsea too. I remember.
Yeah, they had a big year. They've definitely fallen off. Turns out, I don't know if you saw this, but Klopp was being interviewed before this match, and he was joking that so someone told me at the beginning of this season that you're the second oldest. Well, this before Roy Hodgson came back. You're the second oldest manager in the Premier League, next to David Moyes, and he's the whole time was like, please don't fire David Moyes, West Ham. Like, it's kind of like pulling for West Ham a little bit, so he's not the oldest manager in the league. Yeah. Obviously, Roy Hodgson's there now, so he's safe. But I am going to go 3-1.
I was going 2-1.
3-1. I almost went 2-1, but I'm gonna juice it. I think they love to get the late ones to.
West Ham's at home too, right?
West Ham is at home. Yeah. They are. So you know what I mean. They're gonna be if they do lose. They're not safe by any stretch.
No.
By any stretch. But it just does look like after that nice 4-0 win on the road to Bournemouth, I didn't mind Bournemouth in that match. I have to say, go into it. I feel like Bournemouth's road record is where they're getting it kind of done right now. Yeah, it is.
Their home record is horrible.
Yes, which I definitely should have took a better look at before I bet on Bournemouth.
Which is weird. Maybe because their stadium's so small, it doesn't really. It's 18,000 there.
I think it's 13.
Oh,
unless they've extended. I think it was 13 like last time they were up. I don't know.
Vitality.
Yes, the vitality. Okay, well, let's get into them. Southampton hosting Bournemouth, and quickly at the table, Bournemouth in 15th on 33 points, 5 points clear. 5 points clear. And then Southampton, 24, 5 points not clear.
Not clear. And that was a big missed opportunity against Arsenal, obviously.
Yes. I mean, going into it, you take the point.
Yes, but how it played out, definitely not. No. Blowing two goal leads late, and almost lost it at the end too. I felt bad that it was like, okay, this is not World Cup. 8 minutes of extra time. What is this?
Yeah, it didn't end up going up to like 10 or something.
Yeah, they played 99, like 50.
Yeah.
So
which I was so busy at work that I did not see the second half of that match at all. I think I sold like a record amount that day for myself.
It's even before Southampton made it 3-1, they were on the back foot, and then after going up 3-1, they definitely sat back. I mean, I think you got to go for the jugular at this point, or play it smart. Obviously, don't go all out, but you can't. You have to at least have some 2-3 minute spells with the ball. And not just sit back. But I think that might have broken their season. I think personally, I think a win there, and they have all this confidence. They'll only be 3 points out instead of 5, and it's more realistic. But I think it's just too late for them, unfortunately. And I don't mind Southampton.
I don't really mind anyone. I want West Ham relegated. It's the only team I know for sure I want relegated.
I would rather West Ham stay up than Southampton, but it does look like it's championship for Southampton, unfortunately. And I think I'm going to take Bournemouth.
I am going to say it's not definitely championship for Southampton because I'm going to take Southampton. I know Bournemouth had this nice little road spell. Really, I mean, the Sunday result against West Ham, really got me thinking, okay, come on. I think Southampton gets done.
Can get it done.
Che Adams is out, sure, that's one. And Salazar's been out. He might be back for tomorrow, though. If he's back, that's a big boost. And I just want to see Southampton's stretch schedule. Newcastle on the road, Nottingham on the road, Fulham at home, Brighton on the road, and Liverpool. I mean,
not looking good.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible, That the thing is that they're 5 points out though, right?
Exactly.
So that's a lot.
Points maybe, but
5. You can get 9 out of 6 matches for them would be good, but that still only takes you 4 points clear currently. So so many teams. I think you're right. But I'm going to say they give themselves hope for, and I'm going to go 2-1.
I'm going 1-0 Bournemouth.
I'm going to go 2-1 Southampton.
Billing.
There's just some quality in that midfield that when should they get relegated, which they probably will,
can
get the job. Like Lavia's having an amazing year.
He might go back to City.
He might.
Ward-Prowse is gone.
Ward-Prowse is gone, but there's the quality there. And when I look at Bournemouth's midfield, it's a team that's getting it done enough, done enough. But I just think just the quality in the engine room kind of edges towards them. Southampton, that is. I'm going to go 2-1. And I also have, my season's a throwaway, but I have captain James Ward-Prowse.
Oh, this week?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you think he's going to get some free kicks and pens?
Yeah, pen and free kick. Both. Yeah. That's where we're going. That's definitely where we're going. Okay. We are ripping through this. We've got 2 matches to go. Okay. Spurs United.
Are you scared?
A little bit.
New manager, that's why you're scared?
The Ryan Mason bounce? Didn't work last time when they brought him in for the EFL Cup final.
That was...
I know, right?
That was shocking.
I know.
He's got the second chance. So Stellini just walked?
No, it was more of a... I think it was more of a firing.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right?
I think it was more of a firing, yeah.
That was obviously they need a bounce back game, but this is the worst time for them. It's good that it's a big game that they can actually come on.
Try to show up to, yeah.
We still have a chance at top 4 if we win. If we win
against an injured United team. Quickly, 5 goals in 21 minutes against Newcastle, and you know what? I put all the respect on Newcastle that I can, but come on, anyone obviously, but 5 goals against anyone but Newcastle. Come on.
Yeah.
Holy.
It was shocking.
Lloris is out for the season.
He got hurt?
Yeah, so they subbed him at halftime. And up until yesterday, when I was just checking the injuries, and he's late May, so yeah, he's out for the season.
What's his injury? Knock?
Hip. Apparently it's a hip injury.
The same hip from...
But I was hearing nobody saying that that's why he got subbed at halftime.
No, I think it was just... He was, the 5th goal too was horrible.
Yeah.
Went right underneath them. First goal, he made the save. I can't all blame it on him.
No, of course not.
It was the team in front. It was the team in front. But, I did have Newcastle winning, right? Mm-hmm. And I just didn't think it would be like that.
No.
And, it kind of reminded me of, Germany, Brazil. But obviously not the same magnitude, and it wasn't 4 goals in 6 minutes, but 5 goals in 20 minutes.
They got to 5 minutes. They got to 5 goals before Germany did.
Yeah, they actually did.
Yeah.
So it was just oh my god! If I was a Tottenham fan, I would have turned it off by now.
Yeah, that must have been really hard to watch.
If that was Man U, you would have turned it off, or you would have watched.
I watched the Liverpool one. A lot of that happened very late in the match. But I did finish that Liverpool match.
You did, and then right after it was done,
beep, beep, beep. I was at the bar with Rom. Rom and I are not allowed to be in the same room for United matches anymore. The 3 times, there's Rom's been around for some. He's always in the cafe milling about. He'll come over, poke his head in. There have been times when he sat down, watched pieces of match and stuff. But 3 times where we've properly watched, twice probably sat down while I wasn't working and watching, was the 7-0 against Liverpool and the 5-0 against Liverpool. Which is the day after my birthday. I slept 2 hours. I woke up for that shit. Right. And then he came. I was working, albeit, but he came for the 2-2 against Sevilla.
Oh yeah, so yeah, he's just...
But he fully sat down and watched that.
Yikes! Yeah, that's all that.
I know we got bad juju together. But also Spurs refunded all their traveling fans for that match, by the way.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did. Daniel Levy shelling it out.
Oh my goodness.
Indeed. Some injury. Obviously, Martinez done for the season. Varane probably done for the season. Maybe the FA Cup final. In which case, you're probably not starting.
What's wrong with him?
He got hurt against Sevilla in the first leg too. He got subbed out at halftime.
I know they both.
Both of them. Same game.
That's not good.
No, it's absolutely not.
That means Harry's...
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. We will. Fernandez is also doubtful, which is
But he got hurt in the FA Cup.
Yes. Yeah. He got hurt in the first half, and then he played on for until the 100th minute because he's a machine. He's absolutely a machine.
You want him playing more minutes. I know he's burnt out, but play more.
He wants to though, but it's not that he's burnt out though. Like he actually got
injured.
He
needs rest, right?
He got it was a tackle because no, because it was a tackle. It was a tackle. It wasn't him being tired. It was a tackle. That's a big potential loss, and it sounds like that's most likely what's going to happen. Now with Maguire, he was suspended against Brighton, and Shaw Lindelof, stick with it. Shaw's been great at left side center back this year when needed. There was a long stretch where it was him and Varane, in like January, something like that. He was great, and him and Lindelof was class against Brighton.
Yeah,
on Sunday.
Yeah.
And so stick with him. The thing is, obviously, the only draw for Maguire is his height. That's the only.
What height?
Height.
Oh, I was gonna say what?
You shouldn't even ask that. You should have been like, I heard height, but there's no way you said that. Like, what did Max actually say? You gotta stick with it. Like, see, Ten Hag, he's very direct and he says a lot of things that I agree with and truths, but I really think he's doing his best to create some kind of buzz around Maguire in terms of he doesn't like when Martinez and Varane are healthy. He's not touching the field, right? But he does often say things in interviews about Maguire being integral and doing very well. Just saying these things, it's like okay, you boost his confidence or you try to keep his confidence.
You have to coddle.
You absolutely have to coddle this man. You absolutely do. But I also think you gotta if you're gonna ship him on the summer, which may not even be possible just based on his wages,
you gotta play him.
And just say these nice things about him, But it's gotta be Shaw. It's gotta be Shaw, please, and Varane. And
Lindelof.
And Lindelof. And if Bruno's out,
you do what Scotland does and put McMahon back there.
He's injured too.
Oh wait,
no. He might. I don't think he's coming back. If Bruno's out, I don't know what's happened with Fred. He came, but he did. He has been playing. He's been getting cameo appearances again. He's been looking pretty good. I don't know why he fell off. He's been playing well. I think, you're on the road to Spurs. I think you do Casemiro, Fred, and Eriksen up top.
So no Sabitzer?
Yeah, that's the thing. If he does Sabitzer, he probably will do Sabitzer. But I think you want that energy. Casemiro can actually play the ball well enough that you just not. It's not like Fred and McTominay. So I would do Fred to start, and I would do Eriksen up top, and that way you have more physicality because Eriksen's been playing the pivot a lot as well, and that's not his. He can't. He can against teams that you're definitely going to be dominating. That ideally based on who we have. Let's say United were playing Southampton, for example.
You'd be fine with him playing that role.
Yes, but if we're playing City, I want Fred and Casemiro there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I want Bruno. Right? If I'm playing Southampton, Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno. Fine. I am still going to stick with us.
You guys are at home, right?
No, we're on the road. Ooh. We're on the road. I'm going to go 2-1. Martial, thankfully, he got hurt against that blow against Sevilla. And I was like, oh, God, he's fucking down again. I missed it. Apparently, Maguire shoved the Sevilla player into Martial. Remember that time when Maguire, went up that header? I think it was last year, and his boot went all the way up in the air and kicked Pogba in the face, and Pogba was slamming the ground.
Yeah. That's Maguire.
You know what the best thing is? And I was watching last night, the 5-minute Gangster's Paradise video of Maguire. It's just a compilation of Maguire's fuck ups, and Gangster's Paradise is playing. It's the best.
No, I'll stick with Man United too. We've seen the Ryan Mason project before, and coming off a loss like that,
still there.
you have to respond. But Spurs are just Spurs. Actually, I forgot to tell you. What was it? Saturday. It was Saturday. After watching each game with Mower and Adam, they said they wanted to become soccer fans, right? And Mower's like, I think I finally found my team.
His Leeds, right?
No, he was like, I think I'm gonna do Spurs, right? And I told both of them, he was like, Spurs or Newcastle, right? Like, oh, this is perfect. They're actually playing each other tomorrow morning.
Right.
Whoever wins, you should pick that team. And then Adam's like, no, we should pick before the game. Let's pick Spurs. I was like, Picture the Leafs, but like worse, like 3 times worse, right? And he's like, "Oh, it sounds like I've been a Spurs fan my whole life."
So you don't need more of that.
I'm like, watch. This is a big game. They're gonna bottle it. Just watch.
So the Spurs fans now.
Apparently, but Matt Mower said he'll wait till after the game, so I haven't brought up to him since. Okay.
But Adam's locked in.
Apparently.
Okay, I'm holding.
I sent him the score of the game, and I didn't even say anything. I was just like, "This is what happens. This is your first game that you wanted to cheer for them, and like this is Spurs. Get used to this."
Yeah. I'm all for it. You know, it's inoffensive to have those two supporting Spurs. Like I'll cheer for you when you're not playing United. You know, like but I'm with you guys. So every 36 games of the season, I'm with you, pulling for you.
No, I have Man United winning this and just kicking Spurs to possibly a Conference League spot, right?
Oh, well, maybe nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing is definitely in the cards.
Brighton might get Europa League.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope they do. That'd be
so do I. Honestly, they deserve it. Evan Ferguson resigned, extended his contract for Brighton today. It's good for them. I like it. And everyone loves Brighton. Who doesn't? Tell them to become Brighton fans.
Yeah, I know. It should be. But if De Zerbi leaves, then it's like, yeah.
Hey, but you know what? Whatever's going on with scouting there is right. It's Graham Potter. They brought him from Oosterland or the hell.
They just go to Ecuador.
Graham Potter.
That's their scouting.
Talking at your ass.
Well, they have like 3 or 4 Ecuadorians. They're good.
And they have many others as well. But but Graham Potter and then De Zerbi right in. Can they do it a third time? And De Zerbi's there for at least another year. I don't think it's going.
Yeah. But I think he'll go to a big club after.
No, yeah. If this repeats, absolutely. Or what happens with Brighton next year? What do they do?
I think they
pump some money in there.
McAllister's for sure gone.
Yes,
but I think that's the only one.
Yeah. I think McAllister is probably the only one. They're going to lose Colwell back to Chelsea. I think. I don't think that's gonna happen. But other than that,
I'm hoping for it.
Yeah, me too. Okay, Arsenal City. Let's wrap this bitch up. Arsenal 3 draws in the trot. They blew two goal leads, and then they came back from 2 goals twice in one game.
So
they're even.
They've been on both sides, but ever since it was looking real good, it's been looking real nervy, and
yes,
they are nervous.
The Saliba loss is just it's crushing them. It's crushing them. That's the thing.
I can't blame Holding for all that, but it is.
I'm not blaming Holding for everything. Of course, I'm not. I'm not even saying that he's been like glaringly bad, but it definitely changed the way they play, and it's like a confidence in the squad as well. And they're young. Like it's just a factor that like they didn't need.
Yeah.
Going down the stretch as such a young team and a thinner team as well. Because you look at City, and let's say they lost Diaz. Here's Laporte.
Well, they've had it for years now.
Yes, I know. But they've built that up. Arsenal just simply don't have that.
Yeah, they'll get to it.
They'll
get a few more signings this
year.
They
could. I think Arsenal still have to be savvy though. But that's for the transfer window. Yeah.
Coming into this game in the worst form of the season, although they still got points. They still got points, but it is the worst form of their season. But Arsenal fans are nervous. Having that 8-point lead.
They were nervous before Liverpool. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Yeah. Liverpool's second draw?
First.
Oh, no. The West Ham draw was second, right?
Yeah.
I think that's when they started to get nervous.
They were nervous when they were winning anyway.
Yeah. They're like, the city's coming. Yeah. But I told them, I told TJ last night too, I said, if beginning of the season, I asked you if you play City and you win the league, would you take it? You would have taken it 100%. Yeah, because you didn't even think you're going to be, contending for a league this year, right? In the future, of course, but not where you were this year. And it's still up there, right? If you should have to beat the best team to win the Premier League, right? And if you beat them, you're good. You still have work to do, of course. Right, because they have I think 3 tough.
They have
Newcastle, Chelsea, then
Chelsea. They have Brighton. Chelsea's
Brighton. Chelsea. Yeah, but Chelsea will play to ruin Arsenal because they're in London, right? They don't want London. Oh, this is red now. Sorry, if Arsenal fans, if you win the Premier League, London's still blue. Overall, I think.
No, yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still blue, but Chelsea, they will say
Chelsea's won at least 4 titles
that Arsenal haven't
since Arsenal.
Yeah, and they have
or 5.
They have 2 Champions League and a Europa League that Arsenal never have.
Yeah,
and but
beat Arsenal in Europa League.
Yeah, it will still be blue. But yeah, Chelsea would play. They're going to go all out because they don't. If they have a chance to end Arsenal, they're going to try and do their best. I'm not saying they will win.
Arsenal
but
will walk them.
Walk them?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Chelsea's
we'll get to
shambles.
That. Yeah, but they'll pick it up for that game, I think.
Mike, no way. No, Chelsea are way too fucking shambolic. Frank Lampard can't hold a flame to Arteta.
But Chelsea, I'm telling you, it's just like
I know what you're saying. And normally I would agree.
There's not
this if they had honestly stuck with Graham Potter, I might give him a chance.
I think I know what you're doing, so it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, let's talk about the match. Okay, all right. So let's quickly, Ake's out. Everyone's more or less healthy apart from Saliba and Ake. Tomiyasu and Elneny.
You think Pep's gonna change the lineup? Is he gonna? Because he's been doing that 3-2-4-1. I don't think Foden will start. I think he's gonna keep.
Should start Foden. Yeah. You know what? No, because Silva loves a big game. Yeah. I say it every time. Every time you start, and Silva's been in good form lately.
And you thought it was gonna be Mahrez and Silva's year now.
No, but Silva's always a big game. I say it every time they have a big game. You start Silva.
Yeah.
You start Silva.
I'm saying Mahrez not even playing.
No.
In the big game.
He's beat up on Sheffield.
The hat trick, right?
Yeah.
But City obviously full of confidence. I think they won 10 in a row, 8 in a row, something like that.
Something stupid.
Maybe 10 in all competitions. Maybe I think.
Oh well, no, they drew Bayern. That was a robbery too. That
penalty was
nonsense. I'd seen the match.
I forgot.
I was so fucking pissed.
But besides that, I think it's like 10 on the
So they hadn't not won since the first leg against Leipzig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It was 10 before Bayern.
Okay, that's what it was. I knew I had 10, but it's they're at home. They know how big this game is. They can't tie. Right? They can tie, but they know if they win, they're crushing the hearts of Arsenal, and it's how you have that psychology. They already had the psychology, the advantage because they've been there, done it, right? It's 4 to 5 years, right? And even the 5th year the 1 year they didn't, they were like a point apart. Actually, no one was close to Liverpool that year, but they've been there, done that, and this is another game for them. Obviously, they want the Premier League and the Champions League and the FA Cup. The trouble. You're not even worried about that, actually.
I am worried about trouble. I'm very. At least United's there. At least United's there. No, that's all.
It's back-to-back years. Your opponent's going from a quad to a treble. This is very nerve-wracking.
I know, but we actually have a say in it this time. Hopefully, Real can just do the job for us, not Arsenal.
Yeah. But this is the game I think City's going to win. Only because, maybe if they beaten Southampton and completed the comeback, I would have maybe taken a draw. But I just don't see City losing this unless if Pep does a weird formation. But I know for the FA Cup he did a 3-3-3-1. I don't never seen that in my life. But usually he's doing the 4 center backs, but 3-2-4-1, and it's been working.
Yeah, Stones he's been in there,
and
he's the original Trent Alexander.
Yeah.
That's
what he's perhaps like. This is what Trent should be doing.
Yeah, and Jurgen was like, let's try. Let's go.
But no, I don't see City losing this game.
Neither do
I. I have 3-1 City. I think it's going to be a repeat score.
It's been a weird season, Mike. It's been a wacky and wild season.
I know. So you're saying that you think this is an Arsenal win?
Could have said one more flip and then another flip. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I know I just said.
I knew you were doing
I know what I said. I can't see City losing. I'm looking at these check lamps. Like I can't see them losing, but it's been such a wild one, Mike. It's been such a wild one, and Arsenal have had, as much as these fans love to say that they get no calls or any favor, any favor, directed towards them. They do. They absolutely have. And I know I see some weird in the script. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal?
Yep.
It would be funny if they did beat City and then they
lost.
And
Gabriel corner.
And then they lose like the next game in the Premier League. It's like, oh well,
against Chelsea.
They're back. They're back. Definitely, I think they're dropping points against Brighton. I think for sure.
They're at home. They're at home for that.
Arsenal are?
Danikas is going to be there for him.
Oh, yeah.
Theo was at the Southampton match.
Still, I think Brighton are good, man.
Brighton are real good. So good. Who doesn't love Brighton, man? They really
brighten up your day.
They really do. They really do. And I'm going to Gabriel header. Then I'm going to go Saka to burn Laporte, who I rate.
Is Laporte playing?
Yeah. Well, he's probably trying to leave in the offseason.
No, I'm saying he's not going to start this game.
Yeah, K's injured. K's injured. Aki.
Yeah, okay, he'll play.
Yeah. I rate Laporte. I do. I really do. I rate him more than a K. But
He's been playing well.
He's been playing well.
He's been playing well. I don't mind him.
But neither do I. I liked him at Chelsea. I thought when Bournemouth got him, it was a great signing. I thought it was a great signing for Bournemouth. And then I thought City drastically overpaid for him.
Yes, they did. And 40 mil?
40 mil, yeah. And they did. And they absolutely did. But Pep has definitely got good return off him, for sure. I'm not knocking it.
Especially this season.
I just repaid low. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
You think Arsenal can win this game? It's a wacky season, eh?
And then, so Saka's going to do that. And then up two goals. I'm going to go in the 75th. City will score. And that's it.
That's it. You don't. I'll say score if they're down 2-0 and they make it 2-1. They're scoring. There's at least another goal in the game.
Arsenal's sweating it out.
There's at least another goal in that game.
They're sweating it out.
For sure.
2-1 Arsenal.
3-1 City.
Okay. All right.
I would like to see Arsenal win.
Yeah, I get it.
I just want to see an entertaining finish.
Honestly, if I didn't make this bet, I'd be cheering for Arsenal 100%. I'll say this right now. I understand this, and this is the saving grace for me. If Arsenal win, there's no trouble. There's no trouble, and there's no 3 in a row. There's no 3 in a row either. We got them both.
Oh yeah, true.
We're that's good for United, but I just sound like an Arsenal fan in terms of like the Invincibles. You know, I mean the treble's one thing though. The treble's like a huge thing.
The Invincibles isn't.
Yeah. What, 15 draws or something stupid? No, it was like 12.
It was 12 draws.
12. It was 15 for Juve.
Yeah. Well, we still did it.
Yes, did it. No, it is big. It's just like, Arsenal like cheering, like Arsenal fans like waiting for everyone to lose a match all season. Nonsense.
Good times. They don't have a European trophy. They got.
It's like they have a table at the beginning of the year, like a list of every team in the Prem. It's like after week 1, there goes Nottingham. Like
they do that.
They lost the first one.
My
I don't know.
I can know.
I don't know. I'm picturing it. I'm sure some do. It's a sad state of affairs over there. Okay, good. We'll see you next week. Okay. Ta-ta, ta-tails.
Go Leafs, go.
Go Leafs, go. Go Leafs, go.